The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office. At approximately 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, there have been many reports of fissure-like cracks that have been formed at the Shasta Trinity National Forest. The cause of these fissures is unknown, but the USGS will continue to investigate the situation further. At this time, all residents within the Shasta Trinity National Forest must stay away from the area until further notice. It is unknown if these fissures have destabilized the overall integrity of the ground within the forest. Stay tuned for further updates as it becomes available. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At approximately 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, geologists have detected a massive earthquake with a magnitude of 8.1 on the Richter scale that has struck the Shasta Trinity National Forest. The epicenter of the earthquake was located at Trinity Lake, just 3 miles off the cities of Mount Shasta and Redding in California. In addition, extreme seismic activity has been anticipated for the area within the next 12 hours. As a precaution, all residents receiving this broadcast are advised to do the following instructions. If you are indoors, get underneath this sturdy piece of furniture and duck, cover, and hold. Turn off all gas to prevent more fires. If you spot a fire, put it out immediately. If you hear a hissing noise or smell gas, you must evacuate the building. If you are outdoors, stay away from damaged structures, trees, and power lines. If you are in an open area with few or no objects, you should be fine, unless you are standing on a reclaimed land, in which case the ground may shift and start squirting out water. Aftershocks are expected to occur within the next 30 minutes, so you should prepare for them. There is no reason to use the telephone line, as it may be damaged by the earthquake. Tune into local media outlets for more information about this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the California Emergency Management. At 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, several aftershocks have been reported in several cities following the early earthquake within the past 30 minutes. These cities include Mount Shasta, Redding, Chico, Eureka, Weaverville, and Eureka, as well as Medford, Oregon. The strongest aftershock so far was measured at a magnitude of 7.2, with additional events ranging from 5.5 to 6.9 occurring. As a result, massive damage has been reported in these locations, with multiple casualties already been reported. In addition, several fires have been reported in these cities due to ruptured gas lines, causing more damage and casualties in these areas. The USGS has also stated that there could be a possible eruption threat of the Mount Shasta volcano due to the earthquake and aftershocks. As a precaution, a voluntary evacuation order has been issued for the cities previously mentioned due to the fires spreading. If you want to evacuate, you can do so at this time. Make sure to grab essential supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone, phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, a flashlight, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio for your journey. Tie a white collar or towel to your door or mailbox to show local authorities that you have evacuated safely. Note that this is a voluntary evacuation order. No mandatory order is in effect at this time. Tune into local media outlets for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Siskiyou County Department of Health. It has recently been discovered that the water supply serving the city of Mount Shasta has been contaminated with unknown traces of sulfur. The source of this contamination has not been identified, and the Department of Health is currently working on a solution to filtrate the water supply at this time. Anyone that has either used or ingested the water supply serving Mount Shasta during this time should seek medical attention immediately. Symptoms of sulfur poisoning include, but are not limited to, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, bitter or medicinal taste, irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat, headaches, fatigue, and difficulty concentration. It can also cause major illness, and even death in some cases. At this time, all residents of Mount Shasta are advised to avoid drinking or coming in contact with any water sources such as from the sink, shower, or water hoses. Until this incident is contained, please use bottled water, or stay hydrated with other liquids. If you have the proper filtration system, it is recommended you use it at this time. Please stay tuned for more information as it becomes available.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. A volcano watch has been issued for residents within a 25-mile radius of the Shasta Trinity National Forest due to elevated volcanic activity on Mount Shasta. This is due to an 8.1 magnitude earthquake that was centered at Trinity Lake yesterday, and the volcano is likely to erupt within the next few days. The USGS has raised the alert status to watch level. A volcano watch is issued when a volcano is very active with a bigger chance of erupting or a volcanic eruption is underway with minor or no ash emission. At this time, a voluntary evacuation order has been issued for residents within a 50-mile radius of Mount Shasta. If you want to evacuate, do so now. Make sure to grab essential supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone, phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, a flashlight, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio for your journey. Tie a white collar or towel to your door or mailbox to show local authorities that you have evacuated. Please note that is a voluntary evacuation order. However, if a volcano eruption is imminent, the evacuation order will be mandatory, and the radius may intensify. Tune in to local media outlets for more information about this developing situation.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. An immediate evacuation order has been issued for residents within a 40-mile radius of the Shasta Trinity National Forest due to an imminent eruption of Mount Shasta. A massive earthquake that was centered at Trinity Lake has struck the Shasta Trinity National Forest yesterday, with a magnitude of 8.1 on the Richter scale respectively. There have been many reports of rising landmass around Mount Shasta, and severe volcanic activity has been reported under the volcano within the past few hours. As magma is reaching upon the surface, the USGS has confirmed that Mount Shasta is expected to erupt within the next 12 hours. It is likely that this eruption will be a VEI 5 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index. An eruption of this magnitude will result in the far northern part of California and surrounding areas to be covered in ash. Areas within a 20-mile radius of Mount Shasta will likely be completely obliterated and will be uninhabitable and unrecognizable for years. The USGS has raised the alert status to warning level. As a precaution, all residents within a 40-mile radius of Mount Shasta are strongly advised to evacuate immediately. While evacuating, make sure to close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone, phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio for your journey. Do not pick up relatives from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes. These facilities have their own evacuation procedures, and will act on them accordingly. Evacuate as far away from Mount Shasta as possible. To show local authorities that you have evacuated, tie a white collar or towel to your door or mailbox. Please stay tuned to this station for more information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. As of 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it has been confirmed that Mount Shasta in Siskiyou County, California has erupted simultaneously. An ash cloud has been reported to be as high as 10 kilometers into the atmosphere, and ash fall is expected to spread across areas east and northeast of Mount Shasta within the next 13 minutes, primarily impacting Siskiyou, Modoc, and parts of Lassen and eastern Shasta counties. In addition, pyroclastic flows and massive lahars are observed moving rapidly down river valleys, including the Sacramento, McCloud, and Shasta river systems. A lahar is a destructive, fast-moving mud flow or debris flow that comes off from a volcano. They have the potential to completely overtake locations that are close to Mount Shasta. At this time, the mandatory evacuation order for residents within a 40-mile radius of Mount Shasta is still in effect. If you can't evacuate, you must shelter in place immediately. Close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Close all fireplace dampers. Seal all cracks with tape or damp towels. Wear a gas mask to prevent yourself from ash exposure. Everyone in the following areas are in the lahar hazard zone and are advised to move to higher ground immediately: Mount Shasta, Wood, McCloud, Dunsmuir, Edgewood, Redding, Costella, Lakehead, Montague, Gazelle, Raycock, Doris, and McDowell. If there is an evacuation route in your area, follow it immediately, otherwise move to higher ground.